So according to this week's assignment instructions, these are all that I have to add. Create, put, and delete API endpoints. I did that. I'm going to show it. And also I added some data validation into the Node.js application, added some error handlers, and also made sure that the documents API routes throughout the whole application. So first of all, I'm going to introduce the first API endpoint that I added, which basically was saying we should add the updates and also the delete foot. And last week we just did the create and then the get. So this week's on is right here, and I added some data validations to this one so that it will work exactly as it says it should work. So I have some data validations over here, and if you come over here, I also added some error handlers to the delete foot as well. So I decided to use the try catch technique to add the error handlers, and everything is working as it's supposed to be. If I go to the user controllers, I did the same thing over here as well. I added the API endpoints and also the validations that I needed to do, and also the error handlers over here successfully. For my Swagger Autogen as well, I added the delete and update to it so that it will function just like last week's on was also functioning, and everything is working so great. And I had to just change everything so that it can work on my render. So I placed the render URL over here and also made sure that I'm using an HTTPS, which is the secured version, because that is how render functions. So I'm just going to go ahead and demonstrate how that works over here for us to see. So if I go to render, which I just recently finished deploying it, everything is working. So as I refreshed it, you can see that I'm using the HTTPS, and it's because in the render environment, that is what I can use. And I added the put and also the delete over here, and the put basically means it's an update, and this one is a delete, just to remove everything from it. So if I want to do any updates, I'll just go ahead and try it, put the ID that I want, and I'll execute it. But since I have nothing in my database right now, I want to be able to get anything. And if let's say I run it, I'm going to see let's try this one. For instance, if I run this one, then I'm going to get the error message, right, that is saying that it cannot post, and it's printed the error response status 404, right? So that is basically everything that I'm supposed to do on this project, and everything is working as it's supposed to be.